Hi, Hillbilly Deluxe here. We're going to try something new today. DIY underquilt. No, woman, I'm not filming you two, don't worry. So, what we did is we went to Goodwill, we went to Walmart, we picked up some ripstop-like material. I don't even know if it's actually ripstop or not, but it's like the PT static-free stuff. Anyway, static-free lining, it'll work for what we're doing. It's pretty much a supplemental underquilt, and hopefully this will work. We went to Goodwill. We picked up some down garments from our lovely old lady section. Well, at least one of them was from the lovely old lady section, which was originally, I'll try and kind of put this back together. I should have started filming this from the get-go. But what it originally was one of those puffer jackets. Those long puffer jackets they sometimes still wear, which seems to be coming into fashion again. God only knows why. But this is actually pretty old, but it's made in Manchester, Vermont, with 100% goose down on the inside. So we're gonna use this to our advantage. The cool thing about this is that all the seams, it's almost like you've got pre-filled sections of down in here. So all I did was take a scissors and cut along these seams here, and they split just perfectly into sections. So now what I end up with is this part here is going to be my bottom pad. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to sew in basically a sleeve for this section. And this is going to be the part that goes under my tuchus, my rear end, my hindquarters, my boot, hey, if you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, that's that. What we end up with other than that is some high quality French fashion. This is actually the new style of jacket being worn by all the Hollywood actors. Not only does it act as a blanket, it can be a scarf, or it can be other sections of my underquilt, is what I'm going to end up turning this into. So, let's get this Versace jacket scarf thing off and go back to our project. Alright, so what I ended up doing is, I'm not sure how long this is. I basically just took whatever amount of ripstop-like material they had left, and bought that because it's cheap, and then folded it in half. So don't look for measurements on this video because I'm not going to have any. It's literally just going to be like the length of this jacket, which is, you can look at it and say maybe a 3/4 length underquilt. It's going to be super easy. All we're really going to want to do is roll the hems on each of the sides here, and then leave the bottom half open for now. We're going to end up putting basically a sleeve for this into the quilt, but we're going to actually sew this into that seam, and then we're also going to have seams for our awesome French style garment. I'm going to end up cutting off other pieces. Like, I mean, this is how easy this stuff was to come apart. You can literally just rip it, and now we have what is going to amount to be another section. And you're going to notice I'm going to have some extra portions here that aren't going to be filled up. I mean, if you think about your Z-pads and your thermarests and your, I can't remember what the sleeve is for the pads that have the little flaps on the side, but you can end up with blank spots like that. Luckily, we have even fancier garments laying around with, and I'm not sure.
Laying around that did not come from our house.
No, we did not purchase this for anybody in our family. I know it's fancy. This with a pair of gold pants, and you'd be right there on Lake Street on the corner, but it's full of down. And it was probably about, well, let's see what the price was. Well, this one was expensive. This is $15. But for $15, you got a lot more down than you would buying it in bulk. So we're going to take this and kind of fill in the areas that don't have any down in them. I don't have a scale for any of this. It's just going to be what it is. So what I'm going to do is get this all lined up, and I will come back to you guys in a little bit when I have a little more to show you.
So the first part of this project is I took this ripstop material-ish stuff, and basically all I did was fold it in half. And what I'm gonna do is on the side opposite of the already folded, there's already gonna be, since I fold it in half, there's already one side that's already, that's sort of halfway seam for you, without even having to sew anything yet. So opposite of that side that's already folded, I just popped up here, pinned it, and what I'm going to do is run down that, and I'm going to fold it, and then I'm going to slide the puffer jacket components into where I want them, and then what I'll do is probably pin those in place, and then sew along those parts, and I'll show you that here in a minute. I'm not going to show you running down all these seams because it's just kind of pointless, but like I said, fold in half, and on the open side opposite of your closed side, just run down the seam and sew it as close to, obviously as close to the inside fold as possible, so you can keep that open for a channel for some shot cord. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back to you.
I've done lost my cotton picking mind. Here I am sewing puffer jackets into ripstop at 2 o'clock in the morning.
So, we sewed that one edge, running along that seam there. We want to do, we've already got that larger back portion of that puffer quilt stuck inside of there. And I'll quick show you that. You can kind of see that in there. And we're going to leave all that down inside of that jacket just to hold on to it. And considering I don't know if this stuff is downproof, since I don't know if it's downproof, we're going to leave that in there. And then what we're going to want to do is find the edges of that, and then we're going to kind of want to pin it, and then we're going to sew along those edges just in a few places, just some strategic lines to basically hold that right where we want it. For the time being, we just want to, basically just hold it where we want it, and then we're going to come in and add some of those other sections that my puppy dog has decided to take a nap on. So that's where we're at, and I'll be back. Alright, so you can see that I put a line here and a stitch here. This stitch didn't turn out so hot, but that's okay. Basically it's just to hold the puffer jacket in place while I manage to figure out how to secure it, so it doesn't slide around inside of there. But since I've got this pretty much staying right where I want to, I came over to this side, and what I'm doing is sewing in the other side, the folded side channel. So, excuse me, yeah, I've got that all pinned into place. The more pins the better. You can see I've got quite a few pins in there. Yeah, I'm going to sew that hem there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start thinking about where I want to put each of those side panels of the jacket. One's going to go over on this side here, and then one's going to obviously go on this side here. But what I'll probably end up doing is getting those close enough that I can do one side, or one seam, to be able to secure both sections, because I don't want to do two if I don't have to. It's going to be a little tougher considering I'm working with two pieces, and it's going to be a lot of material, but I think I can manage it. So that's where I'm at now. It's probably about 2:30 in the morning, and I'm just kind of antsy to get this work done. We're going up to, hoping to be able to go up to Iowa, or down to Iowa, I suppose, for the Hammock Forums Iowa hang. So if I can get this done, it will be a working underquilt. I can supplement if it gets cold with pads.
So, in fact, me and my wife, forgive the mess, but me and my wife hit up Goodwill and picked up 6 of these Reflectix pads. They were like $1 each. So we picked up 6 of them. So I should be able to fashion something like that to make one hell of a pad. So anyway, that's where we're at on this, and I will show you guys more here in a little bit. Alright, just to give you guys an idea of what's going on here, if you look close, you can see that I've run a seam all the way along the one edge, comes down to one end, and basically this is how it's set up. You have right about here is that main back piece of that puffer jacket, then these edge pieces. That's a sleeve opened up. That's what one of the front flaps looked like. You know, like this is where the buttons are here. Basically took that, ran it down one side. It gets a little long here, and I don't want that much puff right there. I'd rather have it more towards my legs. So all I have to do is fold that over, just like that, and then it slips. If I can open this up, right inside there. And then, yeah, just basically sew down that edge. And then what I'm probably gonna have to do is maybe run a 1 or 2 right down the middle, just to keep everything right where it's supposed to be. And then cut my little areas for the channels, because obviously I've got a channel run here, but I'm going to end up having to make a channel on this side. So that's going to close this one off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out something to kind of create an angle here. I don't know. I've never done it before, so I guess I'm not really sure how how everybody normally does it. But anyway, that's what we got going on so far. That side's done. Cat's killing dog. I got a mess in this house right now. We got a cat versus dog fight. Anyway, yeah, so that's the deal. I'll let you guys know where I'm at later. Alright guys, Hillbilly Deluxe coming at you with the Underquilt, the Hillbilly quilt. It's an underquilt. It's that one I've been working on from the puffer jacket that I got from Goodwill. Only took me a couple days once I actually started working on it. Broke a couple needles because I suck at thread injecting. And yeah, I had to figure out, I couldn't get paracord. So you're going to look at these white straps and go, what the heck is that crap? It's, or not paracord, excuse me, shock cord. So you're going to look at those white elastic bands and go, why would you use those? Why wouldn't you just use shock cord? Getting shock cord, I've been to every damn store around me, and nobody actually carries it. It's kind of weird. Home Depot, Walmart, Michael's, which is like an art place. I gotta go to this like mill-end textiles place to actually get it. They're going out of business, so I gotta go get it today. Anyway, just for you know, figuring things out, I just put in this elastic banding stuff that we had. So I'll take that out and use that on another project and put in paracord when push comes to shove. But anyway, here's the business. That's the new underquilt. Got some, turned out pretty darn good. Like I said, this is going to be replaced with shock cord. This banding is going to be replaced with shock cord. I just wanted to get her checked out. But yeah, you can see it. It's hooked up on one with a bug net. I've already laid in it. It's about, I don't know, 28 degrees out today. Not even. Maybe 25. And yeah, it covers shoulder to probably just past my knees. So it's, I mean, it's about a 3/4 underquilt. Works, man, it's warm. I think it's gonna do just fine. If anything, I'll, you know, when it gets too cold, I'll supplement with a padding.
but for sure it's a great 3-season underquilt that worked out great. So yeah, that's the business. Hope you guys like it. Any questions, let me know. I know I got some extra threads hanging around here that need to get snipped off, but for the most part it turned out all right. Yeah, I'm happy. Yay, underquilt. This is Hammock Camper's Guide to Hillbilly Underquilts. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment box below. Anything, make sure you subscribe, it helps. Watch the videos, that helps. Yeah, I guess I'll just talk to you later. Bye.